What do you think my husband and I are doing right now in the middle of this vast sea of green? If you don't know yet, come along with me today, and I'll show you a small glimpse of our rugged mountain life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Q, I am 44 years old, and I live in a remote mountain village in northern Vietnam. Today, I would like to invite you to spend the day with me as I head up the steep hillside to work alongside my husband. Our original plan was simple. We wanted to clear away the overgrown grass and thick brush covering the hill. But things didn't quite go as expected. Early this morning, I was suddenly stung by a wild wasp hiding among the leaves. The pain came instantly. Because of that, my husband and I decided that before doing any other work, we needed to search for and remove the wasp nests hidden around the hillside. Only then could we work without constantly worrying about being attacked again. Take a look at my hand. This is what it looked like shortly after the sting. It had already started swelling, and the pain was throbbing and uncomfortable. Our garden sits high on a mountain slope. It is a wild place where wasp nests, snakes, and other hidden dangers are simply part of everyday life. While searching through the bushes, I stumbled upon something unexpected: a few wild chicken eggs hidden among the grass. Nature always seems to reward us with little surprises when we least expect them. This is the area we need to clear today. As you can see, the grass has grown tall and dense. Every bit of it needs to be cut down. Not only does this help our crops receive more sunlight and fresh air, but once the grass decomposes, it becomes natural fertilizer that enriches the soil. These days, our family has placed a lot of hope in growing cinnamon trees on this hillside. That is why keeping the area clean is so important. The young trees need space, sunlight, and nutrients if they are going to thrive. As I continued searching through the thick vegetation, I spotted another wasp nest hidden beneath a branch. Finding them is now part of the job. In this environment, we simply cannot ignore them. Some species of wild wasps around here are extremely dangerous. There have been cases where local villagers and forestry workers had to be rushed to the hospital after being attacked by a swarm. Thankfully, the nests I am dealing with today belong to a less dangerous species. Their stings still cause swelling and intense pain, but they are usually not life-threatening.
Tránh cây quế rồi, rơi xuống đất rồi. Tổ ong nó rơi xuống đất rồi, tránh cây quế rồi. Đấy phải còn con nào? Bây giờ,
ra chưa?
tổ hả?
Rụt ra chưa?
Tránh cây quế rồi, rụt khỏi cây quế rồi.
Cầm đuốc lên đấy, con nào bay hơ phát. Bây giờ nó sợ mà, nó không tấn công nữa đâu. Nó ở trong tổ ra, nó mới phi vào, nó mới đốt mình. Bây giờ nó bay, nó không tấn công nữa đâu. Hiểu đúng tập tính của ong. nhanh một phát là cháy cánh gì nó chết cụ.
For mountain people like us, however, wasp nests are not only seen as a danger, they are also considered a unique delicacy. Many families in our village collect them and use them as food. Over there is my husband. He is using a heavy brush cutter to clear the thickest patches of grass. As for me, my job is to walk ahead, search for hidden wasp nests, and carefully locate the young cinnamon trees we planted earlier. Whenever I find one, I mark it clearly so my husband can avoid accidentally cutting it down with the machine. He focuses on clearing the hillside. I focus on keeping us safe and hopefully avoiding a second wasp sting today. A little farther into the brush, I found yet another nest hanging near where I was standing. Fortunately, I noticed it just in time. This time, I was not stung. Now comes the delicate part, using smoke to drive the wasps away. This process requires patience and great care. The fire must be controlled carefully to avoid damaging the surrounding plants or harming the young cinnamon trees. Slowly, the smoke fills the nest. One by one, the wasps abandon their home and fly away. Once the nest is completely empty, it becomes safe enough for me to harvest.
cắt mẹ. Cứ làm cây quế đốt chết.
The sun is already climbing high overhead. It is almost noon. My husband decides to smoke out one final nest before we head back down the mountain to prepare lunch.
Nha. Không có nói bây giờ. Ui. Nào nha, ngồi xuống đi. Cái tổ nó. Ui. Cái tổ không?
Nhiều con lắm.
Quay đây. Vứt mẹ cái đuốc vào đấy để xem có con nào về nó ấy, để nó cháy cháy. À nhưng mà cái chỗ đấy ấy rồi anh đốt đi, tắt đi không có tí nữa. Mình không có cái nào đốt đi. Tắt đi. Vì là sợ còn.
Nhiều giờ làm cây đuốc đi. Mấy này sáng nay nản qua nay nản không tính. Còn quay không?
Vẫn quay mà. Ý. Rồi.
As we walked home along the narrow trail, we discovered some bright wild berries growing beside the path. These fruits grow naturally in the mountains. You won't find them in supermarkets or crowded city streets. They have a refreshing flavor, slightly sweet and slightly tart. But life in the wilderness comes with risks. Right beside these berries grows another plant that can be highly poisonous if eaten. Earlier, my husband showed it to everyone as a warning. That is why knowledge is so important in places like this. The forest can provide food, but it can also be dangerous for those who don't understand it. Just a little farther down the trail, we spotted another small wasp nest hanging low from a branch. Since we were already there, we decided to collect it as well. That way, we would have enough for a proper meal.
Chả chết con ong bò này nào luôn. Bay hết đi. Mới xây luôn. Anh sợ trên kia nó về đây.
Làm gì mà nhanh thế nhỉ? Thích keo.
And finally, this is the giant wasp nest I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It is enormous and incredibly dangerous. Anyone attempting to harvest a nest this large should wear proper protective equipment. One small mistake could have very serious consequences. After a long morning of work, this is our reward. A genuine $0 meal from the mountains. The kind of meal often enjoyed by low-income families like ours. Sometimes the simplest things in life bring the greatest joy. Food gathered from nature, time spent working together, and the peace that comes from returning home safely. Thank you so much for spending this day with my family. Your support means more than you can imagine. I hope you enjoyed this small glimpse into our mountain life. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye, and see you again in the next chapter of our journey.